Hey, what's happening, family? You're just in time for another edition of the Open Mic Talk Show. I'm your man, 50 Grand, Carl L. King II. I'm flying solo today. Kara Black and Darnell Swift will join me next week. Right now, I want you to put your hands together. We have Hobbs' native son. He's one of Hobbs' favorite residents, although he lives up north. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chief Virgil Green.
What's going on, Brother Carl?
Chief, my man, how are you, good sir?
Man, I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm fair to partly cloudy. I'm really enjoying this beautiful sunshine and the great weather we are experiencing the last couple of days. I'm tired of Frosty the Snowman. I'm sick of him, man. I'm sick of him. You know.
Well, you can't be sick of Frosty the Snowman no more than I am, because as you just mentioned, man, leaving from Oklahoma City, going halfway across the country to Minnesota, where you see snow, then you wake up and the temperature is 2 degrees, but it's minus 31 degrees, and it's like this ain't the kind of weather for us, man.
That's right, man. I know we that's not for us. We're melanated people. I can show enough dig it, man. I can dig it, Chief. We sure appreciate you taking the time to spend with us today. We're going to talk about, before we jump off into the 2025 Hobbs Juneteenth Freedom Festival, I want you to talk about yourself. You are you've moved here to Oklahoma City, and now you're in Minnesota, but we're going to claim you. Now your hometown is Hobbs, but I told the people down there that you can't have him back. We still in him, and we're going to keep Chief. We're going to keep him. You know, he's in Oklahoma now. Where are you living now, Chief? Where are you living now, sir?
Yeah, so man, and thanks, Carl. So, I'm a native, born and raised in Hobbs, New Mexico, and Hobbs is located in southeast New Mexico, border West Texas, an hour and a half from Lubbock, Texas, hour and a half from Midland, Texas. So, but yeah, that's where I was born and raised. Went to high school there, Hobbs High. Class of 82, and man, ended up moving away from Hobbs in 1989, and moved actually to Norman, Oklahoma, and was in the private sector, in the car dealership business, and ended up getting back into law enforcement in Oklahoma City, working for the Oklahoma City Housing Authority Enforcement Division, and been in Oklahoma City ever since, and became a police chief in 2000 and this, everybody in Oklahoma knows this little small town, Boley, Oklahoma.
Absolutely. The Boley Bears stand up and be accounted for.
Boley Bears and known all over Oklahoma, and known even around the United States.
Absolutely.
As the oldest black rodeo in Oklahoma and in the United States.
That's
one
right.
Of the largest.
That's right. That's right.
I was a police chief there for about 12 years, and then I became the police chief in Spencer, Oklahoma, which is a suburb city in Oklahoma City on the east side of Oklahoma County, and was there for a number of years, Carl. And then I went through a national search for a police chief position in Arkansas, and became the police chief in Helena, West Helena, Arkansas, which is about 2 hours east of Little Rock, and it's actually right on the Mississippi River, Carl. It's you cross over the river, you're in Mississippi.
Oh,
and it's more closer to Memphis than it is to Little Rock. And so I spent a couple of years there as a police chief, and ended up coming back home to Oklahoma City, and I ran for Oklahoma County Sheriff in a special election in 2017, where I became the first black to ever even seek the nomination for Oklahoma County Sheriff on the Democrat ticket. I didn't win. I lost.
They was cheating. They was cheating, Chief. They was cheating, man. They was cheating.
I lost, brother. I lost by 700 points, man. 700
I know,
votes,
man.
not points. I lost by 700 votes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and so I did it all over again in 2021, I believe, right during the pandemic, and didn't lost out again.
And they were cheating again. Once again, they was cheating.
Man. Yeah, and so I ended up. Then this position came open in 2022. I got recruited for a police chief position in a suburb city just west of downtown Minneapolis called City of Golden Valley, Minnesota. And when the recruiter reached out, he told me where it was at. He said, Minnesota. I said, nope, not interested. Too cold. And but I ended up submitting my resume and going through the process, and I got selected to move forward. And I got selected to move forward again, and then I became one of the finalists. And so taking this position, Carl, is something that will live well after I leave this city and well after I'm no longer on this earth, is to being the first black police chief in an all-white city. I made history, black history.
Outstanding. It couldn't happen to a better person. Known you for a long time. Just an outstanding gentleman, an outstanding law enforcement agent. You have been an exemplary professional for a number of years, and they're glad to have you. They're really, really glad to have you. You know your stuff, and I want to backtrack a little bit, because you are a proud Hobbs Eagle, and you also were a outstanding football player who took your talents up to Lubbock in Texas Tech with the Red Raiders. Talk about that, Chief.
Man, I tell you what, man. You know, me and a classmate, Timmy Smith, he went to Texas Tech as well. Had a great football. He was a running back. Had a great career there. My career didn't last that long. His career did, and I'm really proud of my brother, my classmate, who went on to get drafted by the Redskins and played in the Super Bowl and broke Marcus Allen's rushing record.
That's right. Still stands today. That's right.
It still stands to the day, man.
That's right.
And so, so man, but yeah, I mean, just, you know, grew up playing sports, Carl. In Hobbs, you played basketball under one of the greatest high school basketball coaches in high school basketball, Coach Ralph Tasker. And the gym is named Tasker Arena. And so Hobbs is so well known, especially in New Mexico and outside of New Mexico, for just producing a lot of great basketball talent. Some have went on to play in the NBA, and some have went on to be really good college coaches. And so Hobbs is just known for
well, Coach. I mean, so I know you have Coach Rob Evans. Who are some of the other people who played ball as well? Give me some names, Chief.
So, you know, Rob Evans, he is somebody who's definitely made a name for himself in college basketball. He started out in New Mexico. He went on to play. He coached at Texas Tech. He coached at
Oklahoma
OSU
State.
At Oklahoma State. He ended up becoming the first black coach at Ole Miss.
I remember that as well. I remember that as well. I sure do.
Yeah. And he left Ole Miss and went to Arizona State University, where my classmate of mine, Tony Benford, who played basketball at Texas Tech as well, who got drafted by the Boston Celtics, and played a couple of years in the NBA, and he has become a very good college basketball coach under Coach Evans as his mentor. And so you had Tony Benford, Jeffrey Taylor, who a product of Hobbs, New Mexico, who played basketball at Texas Tech. He got drafted by the Houston Rockets.
Wow,
man, Carl, he reminds you of the Iceman.
Oh, really? Smooth, huh?
Smooth, yeah, smooth. And unfortunately, we lost Jeff a couple of years ago, and so his son came back home. They moved to Switzerland. I want to say Switzerland, or I know he went outside of the country, but his son came back and played basketball in Hobbs, and ended up getting drafted, played in the NBA. I think he's now playing overseas. But so there's been a lot of good basketball talent has come out of Hobbs, it's Hobbs America. It's the Hobbs Eagles. It's that Eagle pride.
I love it, man. I love it, and you definitely represent the town well. I loved the experience that I had last year in Hobbs. Spent a couple of days there, and I really, really enjoyed the town. It makes you feel like you're in. Sometimes you're driving and you think you're in the United States, and then other times you're driving and you think you're in Mexico. It's a very, very interesting town. Great food, great people. And of course, it is the site, it is the place where the 2025 Juneteenth Freedom Festival will be going down once again. Big plans, big fun, big time.
Yeah, so this is the 30th anniversary of the Hobbs Juneteenth, and so Carl, I have always went back home for Hobbs Juneteenth because it's Father's Day is that Sunday, and so when I moved to Oklahoma City, I always went back home, spent time with my grandfather, and went to Juneteenth Father's Day weekend. And so the last couple of years, how you always how can you give back to the community where you're from?
Sure.
And so I've been actively involved with the Hobbs Juneteenth Committee from a distance. And I just said, hey, how can I know people like you, Carl. I know people who are in the entertainment business, and I'm like, so how could I use the people that not use, but connect with the people that I know.
About relationships. That's right.
Yeah, to bring some entertainment. Because there was a lot missing, and there's a lot of people who have moved away from Hobbs, who come back home, but it doesn't have the same vibe, the same energy, the same feeling that it did when I was growing up.
Sure.
So how can we bring back some of that energy, some of that where people enjoy, hanging out at the park at Washington Park? Man, growing up in the 80s, man, Washington Park was a hangout. Everybody has a park growing up, and Washington Park was our park.
Nice,
And
nice,
so,
well kept, well maintained, beautiful park.
yeah. And so, last year we did a lot of things different. We created a website for the Hobbs Juneteenth festival. With your help, we brought in a lot of some entertainers. We had, group out of Dallas, the Don Diego Jazz Band.
Sure.
We had Kara performing. We had
Shonda
a
English.
gospel singer, Shonda English, perform.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was the first time that much entertainment had been provided.
Uh-huh.
And so, Carl, this year we're trying to, it's the 30th year. So how can we make the experience more family oriented, to where we get people to come out and enjoy? And by the way, everything is free other than paying for your food. All the entertainment is free.
I mean, that's very, very, people should be aware of that. They should be cognizant of the fact that that's not normal. That's not normal. Typically, when you go to Juneteenth events, they always cost.
Yeah.
Unless you just, unless you're doing something on the solo dolo just in the park yourself. But if you're going to an organized event on Juneteenth, they always cost. So the Hobbs Juneteenth Freedom Festival Committee, led by the masterful leadership of Mr. Byron Marshall.
Yeah. So Brian, his mom has been leading the Hobbs Juneteenth for a number of years, and he decided this past year that he was going to take over the realms, be the president of the Hobbs Juneteenth Committee. And he was like, "Hey man, you want to be the vice president?" I'm like, "Man, I don't even, I'm not. I don't live in Hobbs." He was like, "You don't have to live in Hobbs." So I said, "Yeah, man, you don't have to ask me twice." And so it's just a way of giving back and being a part of the community that I'm born and raised and care a lot about. And so man, we, last year, Carl, we had typically for the last couple of years, it's been before COVID. So many things changed after COVID, Carl.
Sure, absolutely.
And so it was just it was the parade Saturday morning. Then there was some events at the park, and that was pretty much it. And so, what I brought was, hey, let's do some different events. And so last year, man, we did the first annual Juneteenth Freedom 5K and 3K walk and run. And that was very well attended. Then we did a Juneteenth Freedom Festival history program where it talked about the history of Hobbs, and because there's a lot of history there.
Absolutely.
And so then we did we had then we had the parade. Then we had the Juneteenth 3-on-3 basketball tournament, and then we had the music festival, that you were a part of as well. And so
big fun, year, great time.
Yeah. And so, man, this year we are bringing that same energy, that same excitement to bring more entertainment. We're still doing the 5K, 3K run walk. We're doing the parade, but we're also adding a car show, motorcycle and car show after the parade.
Okay.
And so, and all this here, all the events will be taking place at Booker T. Washington Elementary School, Booker T. Washington Park. Everything is right there where we all used to hang out growing up as kids at Washington Park, at Booker T. Elementary. because Carl, my grandfather spent 32 years working at Booker T. Washington Elementary School. So I grew up as
Unbelievable. Wow.
at that school. So the school growing up, it was a segregated school.
Uh-huh.
So it was at one time an elementary, junior high, and high school.
Oh, wow.
And,
Housed in the same facility, huh?
All in the same facility. And so when I went to school there, it was just an elementary school. And so in the third grade, they fully integrated the school, and the school became a school for special needs. And then eventually it turned back into elementary school, which is still today is an elementary school. Mm-hmm. So Booker T. Washington has a lot of memories. A lot of people went through that school. So it has a lot of history, has a lot of meaning to the community.
Absolutely. So you spoke about your grandfather teaching there for decades.
He wasn't he was almost like a teacher, Carl, but he was a custodian.
Hey, man, listen, listen. So he was better than a teacher then. That's where the real advice came from. So he worked there. So I assume, Chief, that he's absolutely one of your biggest mentors. To I'm sure he's one of your biggest mentors, to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about some of the things that he instilled in you as you were growing up. We want to give him some flowers.
Yeah.
While we're on this interview, and talk about your grandfather and some of the great things that he instilled in you, because you're a reflection of your family, and you turned out obviously to be just an exemplary gentleman and an outstanding citizen.
Yeah. So Carl, man, I'm the oldest of five, and being the oldest of five, my grandparents kind of took me from my mom, and eventually I ended up staying with my grandparents. And my grandfather, I never called him Papa or Dad. He was Daddy. That was my daddy.
Okay.
And so I grew up at Washington Elementary. Grew up in the church at Roxana Street Church of Christ. Mm-hmm. And never got in no trouble, man, and didn't give them any reason to whip me, ground me, or any of that kind of stuff, man.
Right.
So,
sure.
So when I did get a popping, man, shoot, it hurted them more than it hurted me.
Right. They were crying worse than you were. That's right.
Yeah, especially my grandmother. So yeah, man. So again, they instilled it, good work ethics, good education, and so just now I'm in a position that I'm in now because of just the way I was brought up and raised in Hobbs.
Well, we certainly enjoy the city. Enjoyed it thoroughly.
Man, it's got some good food, Carl.
It's great food, but really, what's more important about the city of Hobbs is obviously the people. Man, just had so much fun, great laughter, just interacting with the folks of Hobbs, and man, it was a lot of fun. And I shared with you privately, and I'll share it with the community, with the folks or whatever, that I liked it so much that I was like, man, a brother might need to get a little stowaway off down here or something, or kind of hide out in Hobbs or something. I mean, it was really a good town. And the thing that I like about it is you're kind of off the beaten path, but really it's fairly easily accessible to other cities. You can kind of go your different directions and hit a couple of different cities in, kind of in the short order. You know what I mean? And I can dig it. I like the Hobbs. And we're looking forward to coming back. We're going to have a great time. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, and we're looking forward to having you and everybody else back. And again, Hobbs it's not close to any major interstates. But when you mention Hobbs, people be like, "Oh, I've been through there."
Right.
That's right.
I
know where Hobbs is at, and so it's a city of about, it's definitely grown over the last decade. It's probably closer to 50,000 people. It's an oil and gas
Oh
city.
yeah. Oh
It,
yeah. Listen,
yeah.
it's make no mistake about it. As you're entering the countryside around Hobbs and the county and just the surrounding area, it didn't take you very long to understand what is king down in that area. It is that oil. It did. You don't,
Oh
man.
yeah.
I mean, it don't take you long to understand what the cash cow is and what the king of Hobbs is as far as that big money, man. I mean, it is a oil town. It's a great
Yeah.
town full of great food, full of great people. Now, how many days is the festival, and what are some of the events that are going to be happening this particular
This
time in
this year.
2025?
Yeah. So things will kick off uh, on Friday, June the 20th. And so we're planning on hosting, which will be our first annual Juneteenth banquet, where we're looking to bring in a guest speaker, where we'll recognize
Very nice.
the where we'll recognize those students who have been awarded scholarship money. And this is one of the main things, Carl, behind the Juneteenth committee
Uh huh.
is providing high school seniors who are going to college with some scholarship money. Because, as you
Outstanding.
know, it is very, real expensive for kids to go to college to further their education. And even if they get a scholarship, that scholarship may not cover some of the books and tuition and some other things or some other expenses. So
Sure.
we are, for as long as I can remember, the Juneteenth committee has provided scholarship funds to those students from Hobbs High to further their education. So all of the money that we raise, that money goes towards the scholarship fund. And so we're doing something different this year. Like I just mentioned, we're hosting our first annual banquet, and where we'll recognize those students and their families. We'll expecting to bring in some entertainment for that, and like I said, a guest speaker. So that's going to happen Friday night. Saturday morning, the other events will kick off. We'll kick it off with the 5K, 3K walk and run, and we're encouraging people who want to run the 5K. You can. If you want to do the 3K, you can. If you want to walk it, you can. Bring your kids out. Just a lot of fun to kick off the 2025 Juneteenth Freedom Festival. And at 10 o'clock that morning will be the parade. It will start at the Washington Park, and it will end at Booker T. Washington Park. And then we'll have events inside of Washington Elementary School, where we're looking at bringing local artists who have paintings or whatever it is, arts and craft, whatever somebody has, that's going to be able to be displayed inside of the school.
Uh-huh.
And Carl, something that you and I talked about, you presented this idea about doing a kids media camp.
Absolutely.
And so that's going to be a part of the activities for kids at Juneteenth at Booker T. Washington. Then we're going to have food vendors in the area, and then we're going to be kicking off the music festival Saturday evening, and that will end up going on till the sun goes down at 10. So hopefully the
Oh
the
man.
energy and the vibe is there, and uh, we're expecting to have that show go on to, like I said, about 10 or 11 o'clock, and then that Sunday on the 22nd,
Uh-huh.
there's going to be the Juneteenth Freedom Festival, Church in the Park. And so it's been a tradition. Last year we didn't do the Church in the Park, but this year we're doing Church in the Park. And so more information will come on Church in the Park and who will be performing. But
Well, Chief, I just want to let you in. I don't mean to cut you off. Please forgive me, but I want to share a little secret with you. So, when you guys have Church in the Park, I want you to know that it's going to be real serious because I got my tambourine this year. I'm ready. You know what I mean? I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. Okay. I'm ready. I got my tambourine, and I'm ready to do my thing. In the park. That's right.
Well, you know what, man? I say this. After that Saturday night, after that Saturday night party, man, I hope you can get up. You can get up and shake a leg, man, and show up for Church in the Park.
I love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're in the midst of the Open Mic Talk Show. We're on live with Chief Virgil Green, Hobbs' native son, and we're discussing the 2025 Hobbs Juneteenth Freedom Festival. Great times. Been in existence for many, many decades. Of course, great entertainment. And one of the things, too, that I noticed that was really unique is when you guys have the food trucks and different things, people can come up and they can just go and get something to eat. Most of the time, the stuff was already paid for. You could just get you some food, get you something to eat.
Yeah, man.
That's not normal, Chief. I mean, this is such an inclusive, welcoming festival. I just wanted to point that out and wanted people to be aware of and cognizant of the fact that you're getting to see world-class entertainment free. You're getting to eat great food free. You can't beat it. All you have to do is show up with your lawn chairs, show up with the family, get mom, dad, grandma, get auntie, uncle, get the kids, your cousin, them. Come out and have a great, great time. Now, Chief, seeing how this festival has been in existence for decades, what do you see for the vision of this particular festival going forward?
Man, I can see that this festival will just continue to grow. We're looking at getting more sponsors to help support and promote the Juneteenth Freedom Festival. So I think this is something, Carl, that people in Hobbs are going to be looking forward to, like they have always done, but just even with more excitement, and to get to that level where we can bring in some well-named entertainers to perform at a music festival, and that is my whole goal into being a part of this here, is because I'm over the entertainment,
and you've done a great job, Chief. You've done a great job. You've done a great job. I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, that I've worked with this gentleman for the last couple of years to help provide entertainment to the festival. Chief is a hardworking, meticulous, very studious, and consistent force behind this festival. They should be very, very thankful and very, very grateful with all of the things that you're responsible for and all of the things that you do. Very, very busy. You have an award-winning talk show. You lead a department of men and women, and for you to have the time to still dedicate it back to your hometown and continue the legacy of the great people of Hobbs is just outstanding. So I want to give you your flowers, Chief, because you've done a great, great job. In a very, very short period of time, you've definitely changed the landscape of this festival currently and have set it up to continue to excel and go forward. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Carl, because, man, like I said, now I'm halfway across the country in Minnesota. and going all the way back home to New Mexico to help put this here on. And because again, like I said earlier, it's what kind of way can I give back to my community and for other people that to say what can they do to be a part of it. And so because this isn't just a two-man show. This isn't just something that me and Brian Marshall and we want to just take all of the credit for. This is hopefully a community. We got more people involved with it, and there's a whole new generation of people that are coming up in Hobbs, and this is something that we want to make sure that this legacy of the Hobbs Juneteenth Freedom Festival continues on for another 30 years. And so
now, Mr. Marshall is actually the at the helm right now, and he actually took over from his mom. Is that correct?
His mom. Yeah.
Great woman. Enjoyed her thoroughly. She was so wonderful.
Yeah. And so, man, it's always been just a handful of people involved with Juneteenth. This past year, we had more people get involved, and this year we've got more people come on board to get involved. And so, when what is the vision? What is the goal? Is that, like I said, for the next, set this up for the next generation of people to take over, and like I said, hopefully, we can talk about the 60th Juneteenth Freedom Festival.
All right, I love it.
So it just continue that same momentum on, and again, the main theme of this is to provide scholarships for young men and women who have graduated from Hobbs High to continue their further education, but we're also making it entertainment-wise for the community to come out and to enjoy each other and to have a good time. And, Carl, one thing I have to admit, it can get real hot in Hobbs. It can get hot. And I'm hoping climate change is on our side, because there was some years ago before COVID, man, I went back home and it was 105 degrees.
Well, as a matter of fact, Chief, I was looking off in the distance in the park there, and I could have sworn that I saw Lucifer running around with a glass of lemonade out there in the park, man. I mean, it was hot, man. I could have sworn I thought I saw at the corner of my eye. I said, what is that red? He got a cold glass. He got a cold drink. Man, it was hot, but you know what? It was a lot of fun. Now, with that being said, what makes this meaningful is, like you alluded to earlier, this is party with a purpose. Party with a purpose. You're actually giving away scholarship money to needy students. When you did that last year, I just looked at the families who were receiving that money, the individuals who were receiving that money, and looking at the sense of just joy and relief and just optimism of things to come, because, they have that burden for at least some money that is lifted off of their shoulders, man. It is a tough deal to be into college, especially when you don't have a support system. If you're trying to make it, maybe your family didn't come from the best means, you didn't, come have a silver spoon in their mouth. You guys are providing meaningful community action, and you just can't be applauded enough. So once again, I want to give Mr. Marshall, now be on the lookout, because I will be interviewing him on the short. He'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be interviewing all of the entertainment artists. They're going to be coming to Hobbs, so be on the lookout for that. And I'm telling you what, guys, you're going to really enjoy. We're not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet. We're still working on some things behind the scene, but Chief, I think they're going to really enjoy the entertainment.
Oh yeah. I'm excited about it, man. I'm really excited about the entertainment, the other activities that we got going on for the 2025 Hobbs Juneteenth Freedom Festival. And like you just mentioned, man, there's more to come. And, we just want to tell people that if you want to know more about the Hobbs Juneteenth, go to our Hobbs Juneteenth, go to hobbsjuneteenth.com, the website. More information to be coming on that.
Updated in the very, very short term, will be updated very, very shortly with all of that information. And, Chief, I'd like to ask you something, Chief. So now this is going to be a big festival this year, as it always is. And, entertainment is always something that people always enjoy, and they want to look forward to something. I just want you to know that I'm available to sing a couple of songs off my new album if the community needs it.
Well, man. I was going to ask you that, but
man,
it's good to
you was thinking about me. You was thinking about me. I got a new album coming out, and I want to sing a couple of tracks, and do my thing. I've been waiting for an opportunity, and I think I need to set Hobbs off and let him know what time it is. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what, Carl, man, you might want to reach out to your sister there, man, Kara Black, and see how much she could help.
I am not fooling with Kara. Listen, Chief, I've been asking Kara to be a part of the band for like 10 years, man. And she talking about I can, carry the bags and stuff like that. I'm like, what kind of man? So this is how I came to be with my new album, So I just wanted to put that out. People in the Hobbs community and in Texas and New Mexico, don't worry about it. It's going to be world-class entertainment because, if I get to go ahead, the green light from Mr. Marshall and Chief to go ahead and perform a couple of tracks off it's over with. It's over. We're going to shut it down. So I just wanted to put that out there for the community.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, brother. I'm looking forward to it.
Outstanding, Chief. We certainly appreciate you, man. In all seriousness, we really appreciate the intense and meticulous work that you've done over the years to continue to make this festival grow. And I'm sure that your homeboys and homegirls are very, very thankful for your presence because you're one of the greatest native sons that have ever come out of Hobbs. You've done great things, very, very successful, continue to do great things, and for you to come back and to immerse yourself and to involve yourself into a ever-growing festival, that's great, man, and I'm sure they couldn't be more appreciative.
Well, again, Carl, I'm just glad to be able to give back and to continue to make this event just as special as it was when I was a kid growing up.
Sure.
And so, like I said, man, there's so many people who came before me who have went on to make names for themselves, and so we want to just recognize people I grew up with, people who came before me as just the legacy that that they have went on to a name for themselves. Just like you mentioned, Coach Rob Evans. I mean,
sure.
He is one of the well-known NCAA basketball coaches, black basketball coaches. And
outstanding, sure.
Yeah, and so it's just, again, how can we, recognize those that, him and so many others who came out of Hobbs and have made a name for themselves, and that's what it's all about.
Well, Chief, I'd like for you to give the people some information. So if they would like to reach out to anybody in reference to the Hobbs 2025 Hobbs Juneteenth Freedom Festival, I know you guys have a Facebook page. We have a website. And, of course, we're going to be putting out various interviews periodically so people can stay abreast of all the happenings. And of course, if there are any changes with the runs or anything happening, we're going to advise you and keep you abreast of any information that changes throughout this process. So how can they reach out? What don't you guys have it's a email, et cetera, number?
Yeah. So we have an email, and let me get to that. Don't want to give out any wrong information, and so it is. I'm gonna give out my personal number.
Okay.
For people who want to reach out to me and ask questions about the parade,
sure,
events, entertainment, and my number is 405. 414 0945, and I'm trying to get Mr. Marshall's number. Well, and also you mentioned our website,
yes,
which is www.hobbsjuneteenth.com.
Okay. Now there's also a Facebook page as well, right?
Yeah, there's a Facebook page. It's Hobbs Juneteenth on Facebook. And that's where you'll find a lot more contact information for myself, as well as Brian Marshall, who is the president of the Hobbs Juneteenth Committee.
Sure.
And so again, go to the website, hobbsjuneteenth.com. And our email is on there. I believe it's hobbsjuneteenth@gmail.com. That's hobbsjuneteenth@gmail.com. And but yeah, all the information about the Juneteenth Freedom Festival contact information is going to be found on the website, as well as on the Hobbs Juneteenth Facebook page.
Okay, and lastly, Chief, before we go, please tell people, of course it's happening in Hobbs, New Mexico, Hobbs, America. Hobbs, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city. Very hot, cool, great food, good people. Now, what are the dates of this beautiful festival?
So this year, the 2025 Hobbs Juneteenth Freedom Festival will kick off on Friday evening, which is June the 20th. And it will run the 20th through the 22nd. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
And just tell people, make sure you go to our Facebook page, like it, share that information. Let everybody know that there will be a Juneteenth festival in Hobbs, and just spread the word and get it out there, man. Where if you live around Hobbs, if you live in Lubbock, Midland, Odessa, wherever you live,
that's right.
Come to Hobbs. We're going to have some good entertainment for you.
Oh, man, it's going to be a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been in the midst of the Open Mic Talk Show. We have the distinct pleasure of talking to one of Hobbs' favorite native sons. He's the incomparable Chief Virgil Green. Thank you, Chief.
All right, appreciate it, Carl. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it locked right here to the all-new Kaleidoscope Radio Network. We are the people you know, the music you love. Real radio is back right here at Kaleidoscope Radio Network, where the future is here and right now. Stay close.